130 WPM English shorthand dictation. Be ready for it. Start. Para. Sir, the resolution itself is very badly drafted, but it draws attention to one of the most pressing problems of this country. Full employment is an objective of every kind of economy in this world, whether capitalist, socialist, communist, or mixed economy. Therefore, it is also one of our objectives, but then we are not able to find out whether we are proceeding on the road of greater employment or greater unemployment. I am afraid that thinking on this matter is today so confused and contradictory that unless we can have a rational comprehension of the whole problem, we are not likely to make any field way. Therefore, I want to define how we should approach this problem. Full stop. Para. First of all, this is not a single problem but two different and distinct problems. We should not confuse total unemployment with partial employment or underemployment. These are two different things that have to be dealt with in entirely different fashions. But unfortunately, when we speak of 15 or 19 million unemployed, nobody know how many of these are really totally unemployed and how many are suffering from seasonal and partial unemployment. Total unemployment is an urban phenomenon. It is only in cities and towns you have people who have to work whatsoever. In the rural areas, it is always a case of partial unemployment or seasonal unemployment. Therefore, the first thing to do in order to solve this is we must devise a machinery to ascertain how many are totally unemployed and how many are underemployed. Full stop. Para. So I do suggest that every municipality in this country should maintain a register of the unemployed. Of course, we have now the labor exchanges. Unfortunately, they are not be found everywhere, and all employed and unemployed do not to be register themselves there. Therefore, I suggested that in every municipality there should be an unemployment register and propaganda should be done among the unemployed that they should be first register themselves in the municipal register. Similarly, I would suggest that in every village panchayat there should be a register where people will register themselves for underemployment, because during the harvest season there is actually shortage of labor in the villages rather than the reserves. Therefore, there would have to be different kinds of registers to show in what seasons you want to give employment and to devise suitable employment. Para. Then, secondly, we have to realize that so far as total unemployment is concerned, the only way is to develop industries and social services. The word employment is also used very loosely in the if a man gets 40 or 60 paise, it is called employment. That will not do. We must define employment as giving him work which will give him living wages. Any work which does not give living wages should not be called employment. If we have to give living wages, the only way of doing it for the totally unemployed is to develop our industries and expand our social services. Full stop.